feel a little bit lonely here in front. I feel honored standing here, but I also feel very humbled being in the presence of such awesome people, really. I started Bramble as a principal last year in January. And I said to Nikki, my journey at Bramble is more like a spiritual journey. And I always say to people, I've never experienced the hand of God like I'm experiencing in this journey at Bramble Primary School. When I came there last year, or say 2013, in November, for the interview for the principalship, there were more people with me. But because of the state of the school, just a ruin, a plain ruin, just a shell of a building, no electricity. And I'm so sorry that I don't have pictures here. Nikki, I will send my everything on a flash drive for you. No electricity, no windows. Everywhere you look, it's broken down because of ongoing vandalism and theft, and also because of mismanagement by the previous principal. It was really a sight to behold. People who were with me that day when I came for the interview, they just got into their cars and they drove off when they saw the building. So bad it was. There were no toilets even. But you know, God has prepared me while I was teaching in Mannenberg. Like the previous speaker also said, amongst all those bullets, and also at a very, very poor school, not knowing that that was my ground for preparation. I didn't run away. I stood my ground. I went for the interview and I got the post. And it was at a discipline summit. I don't know who of you were there. It was at the old Hewitt College. It was a huge thing because the SMTs had to be there, the governing body members, the principal obviously, and also the high schools, the student councils had to be there. It went as far as people staying in Riversdale, just to show you how big it was. And at that discipline summit, they asked Marius Ehrenreich, I think he's the principal of Grooteske High School, to render a speech. And in his speech he said that if you want discipline at your school, what can help, you as a principal need to see that the premises are clean and neat and tidy. It helps with discipline. And at that discipline summit I had a nudge. This is your time, get up and speak. You know, it was so bad at the school when it rains. We have all the drums and all the dirt bins out, whatever we can get. And we had it in the foyer, and our school is blessed with the most beautiful big foyer. I don't think there's any other school with such a beautiful foyer. We had to put it in the foyer, had newspaper there. Now you can think of what image it is, what image greets you when you get in there. The water was actually coming through the walls. I'm not talking about the roof, coming literally through the walls. And it was flooding. So I got up and somebody brought this mic to me, and I said to the minister, I think Penny Vinjewald was there, as well as Debbie Schaefer. And I said to them, I told them the history of Bramble. I told them what it looks like there. How can you instill pride? How can you instill neatness? You can clean the school the way you want to, but that school looks so, let me say the word ugly. I started with 240 learners. All the learners in that community, most of the learners walk past that school to other schools. You can't help the parents because nobody wants to enroll their children there. It was like dead, like in dead. There was no sports being played, nothing. It's like in Afrikaans we say, God's water oor God's akker. The people just came there to earn their salary. The children were left on their own. There were horrible things happening there. Things that I couldn't even imagine, you couldn't even imagine what's going on there, because the IMG manager had a meeting with me as well as the old governing body. So I knew what was awaiting me. I knew what I'm stepping in. I knew the challenge that I'm stepping in. So Debbie Schaefer, God bless her heart, she came in with all the bodyguards after I have spoken. And then Mr. Frawley came in, and after that, all the lorries and everybody just rocked up there. In January this year, we walked into a beautiful brand new school. From the rooftops, from the rooftop until the floor. Tiling, everything. is in place. And on top of that, that is why I say it's a spiritual journey. It's just a daily miracle happening at our school. I received a call that we are one of the schools being earmarked for the 100 schools in Western province that's going to receive the R1 million for the beautification project. That for me is awesome. Haven't started yet, didn't kick in yet. But I said, Lord, if you can bring that school in not even 2 years, what it is now, it's beautiful. People are really invite everybody just to come there. I can't. Rida, I met last year because I don't know if you know the couple, Joan and Peter Vaughan. They're from Texas. I met them with one of our meetings. They visited the school and they said to me, look, Charmaine, we can't give you a business partner because you're only here a few months or in the seat. But we are waiting for a year for you to be in this principalship. Then we're going to get, okay, it makes sense at that time. And then a month later, Joan came to our school again, saying that Charmaine, I got a partner for you. And that was in September. Only in September, she said, because I can see what you're putting in. I'm there at the school 8 o'clock at night, and I bless my good husband with me. He's sometimes sleeping in the car, listening to the rugby in his car, because I had to put into that school the hours, the drive. And my motto for myself is, I want to be a leader without a title. That for me was a book that the first book that I read when I got this position. I started off with 240 learners, that was last year, with 8 teachers. We now 350 learners with 11 teachers. We have a beautiful school. The fence is up with remote control gates. You can just press a button. We have an intercom system. We have a beautiful jungle gym. I can't believe when I stepped in there, there are things that you going there, stepping in there, that should be there. A school over 50 years. Where's the jungle gym? There were no portfolios. People know what I'm talking about. No portfolios, no profiles, no CAPS documents, no even a filing system. There was no filing system. Everything was filed in a folded envelope thingy. And I asked the secretary, bring me this off last year, I want to see the results. She needs to go through all those heaps and heaps and heaps of folded files. Now we have a beautiful filing system, and I'm just out there asking everybody. Rida's a young guy. He is married, but he's young, and I was a little bit apprehensive about this, but Nikki said, no man, you're going to appreciate him because he comes with young ideas, and you know, and we clicked. But we are now in the process of installing a library at the school. Look, there it was nothing, people, nothing like in nothing. I had to start the school from the bottom up. We in the newspapers, my sister actually SMS'd me the other day asking, do you have a share in the newspaper? Because just to get the school on the map, just to advertise our school, just to be out there. We now play soccer, we have jag rugby, ballroom, because I started the ballroom club there. I was a ballroom dancer. We have chess. We have 3 netball teams. We go on leadership camps. I think the parents were hungry for something to happen at the school because it was so dead. Now we started a drill squad earlier this year. And for the first time with our 32 learners, a small drill squad because it was a small school. And we competed against big schools with big drill squads. It was at Tijgerkraal Stadium. My husband's school also competed. So it was a little bit of a competition there in the house. And lo and behold, people, we came home with 3 trophies like this and just a big trophy, such a big trophy like that. First prize, first prize. There are such a lot of positives at that school. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what's happening there. I said, Lord, if you can do that in not even 2 years' time, I am so anxious. And I can't help looking forward in what God can do in 5 years' time where that school is going to be at. I started a newsletter at the school every term of what's happening at the school. But I can't keep up with the newsletter because there are such a lot of things happening. Now, instead of having it every term, I now have it every semester. just the lows and the highs of what happened during that semester. But people, it's amazing, it's amazing. And like the previous speaker also said, this is my dream for the school, and that is my prayer for the school, that the school will be a beacon of hope, shining in that community, because the parents have lost hope, really lost hope in that school. But now things are happening, especially now that with the first prize for the drill squad. We started Saturday morning a junior drill squad from grade R up to grade 3, the juniors. But now the seniors, they are now the coaches for the little ones. I can stand here the whole evening telling you what's happening at our school. It's daily miracles happening there. When I got there, one of the most positive things is that the school had such a beautiful state-of-the-art computer lab. But it was standing still for 4 years. Not a single parent, not a learner, not a teacher even entered there. And I opened it up, beautiful, most beautiful computers there. I think it's 26 altogether. Then I asked the teacher, 2 of the old staff teachers are still at school, because the biggest challenge for me was to step into that school without not even a staff, believe it. Only 2 of the old staff were still there when I got there last year. The whole staff has left. Don't ask me why. Again, a spiritual impact. God knew He wants to do something new with that school. So maybe I had to remove all the old staff out for new people to come in. And the other challenge is I had to sit on the phone and ask people to come to Bramble Way, because I didn't have a staff. It's only myself and the 2 old teachers, only 3. And we need to get ready for the children coming in on Wednesday. So the other challenge is I'm sitting with the staff, young staff, most of them out of fresh from the colleges or the universities. But I can see the positive also. I can mold them, I can shape them. And they're very eager, actually over eager, and they are really running with the school. So this is only in a nutshell. But I'm very, very excited to see what's going to happen in the next 5 years. Thank you, people. I need to thank Nikki and Partners for Possibility. It's such a beautiful name, Possibility. And there are loads of possibility in this whole thing. Myself and Rida, we are extending our journey. He is now busy, his company, with this library. But what the nicest thing is about this, it's a very lonely position to have. You can't speak to anyone. You sit there in the office or you do your thing and nobody listens to you. You can't speak to anybody. But with Rida, I can just pick up a phone, and he's such an inspiration to me, really. So thank you, Nikki, for everything. God bless you.